can see the winds actually dropped by a little bit, not a little bit, a whole lot, by about 30 miles per hour, all the way down to 155. And as you can see here, it's right around the center part of the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, and then it is still projected to hit right around the Tampa Bay area. So that's currently what is showing as of right now. In terms of spaghetti models, I'll look at it in a second. I just gotta adjust my camera, put it on the tripod. Okay. Let me zoom in. Looks about right. Yep, so there it is. So we are currently tracking Hurricane Milton, as you can see here. Here's a storm hanging out up to the north of the Yucatan of Mexico. So that's currently what's happening as of right now. And as it progresses to the northeast, it will hit right around the Tampa Bay area. Here's spaghetti models. Most of them are showing still the Tampa Bay area. But there's two outliers that show it actually hitting around the Monroe County area and then close to Key West as well. So there's definitely potential for that. And there's some oddball spaghetti model that shows it hitting right around where Hurricane Helene hit, but I don't see that. So that's currently what's happening. As you can see here, most of the models, like I said, pretty much showing Tampa Bay area. So it's currently what's happening over there. Again, here's the cone. It's supposed to be pretty much the range as of right now is all across right around Cape Coral area, as well as all up here near Spring Hill, the Homosassa Springs area, and as far south as Cape Coral. So that's currently happening as of right now. So that's what's going on. And back down here, here's a storm. It actually made a dip to the south, actually. Because if you look here, it was from the north, it dipped all the way down to the south. And I believe right now it's actually starting to shift to the north again. But it's actually on the southern edge of the cone instead. So this could actually be a potential southern end, a southern landfall, right around the Northport area. Bradenton, maybe on the southern side of the cone. I don't see it going to the north as of right now. I'll say the furthest north that I see this hitting is probably downtown Tampa, and that's about it. I do not see it moving any further north of that, but I could definitely be wrong. And it could actually hit north of there. Another thing that I want to point out, here's a tropical storm force winds. Let me zoom in. As of right now, pretty much over a 90% chances from Tampa Bay all the way down around the Cape Coral area. And then 50 knots. Let's say highest percentage is around 80 to 90%. And that's right around Tampa Bay area, Sarasota, all the way down to Northport. And then I'll look at storm surge in a little bit. Hurricane force winds. It actually only shows as high as like 40 to 50%, but the thing is, this is based off of like where the cone can go though. So this is based on like if the cone shifts to like the south or the north, it's all potential right there. And then here's a storm surge. We're going to be talking about storm surge now. As you can see here, from Indian Pass all the way to Swanee River is supposed to be 1.5. No, not 1.5. 1 to 3 feet. So that's currently what's showing there right now. Let me just adjust my camera. Yep. So pretty much from Indian Pass all the way down to Swanee River, it's currently 1 to 3 feet. And then Swanee River to Yankeetown, it's supposed to be 3 to 5 feet. Meanwhile, Yankeetown to Anclot River is pretty much 5 to 10 feet. And then from Anclot River in the Tampa Bay area, all the way down to Inglewood is supposed to be 10 to 15 feet. That is unreal. And then from Inglewood to Bonita Beach, it's supposed to be 6 to 10. And And then from Bonita Beach to Chokoloskee, it's supposed to be 4 to 7 feet. And from Chokoloskee to Flamingo, it's supposed to be 3 to 5 feet. And then Florida Keys is supposed to get 1 to 3 feet. Meanwhile, Dry Tortugas is supposed to be 2 to 4 feet. And then pretty much all across the East Coast from Estido Beach all the way down to Sebastian Inlet is pretty much going to get like 2 to 4 feet between the, pretty much in that general area. And then from South Santee River all the way down to Estido Beach is supposed to get 1 to 3 feet. So that's definitely something to look at over there. As we look into the models, these are, I'm going to go and show the new model runs and see what they say. And let me shift the camera over here. I'll also, talk about, like, what you need to, like, prepare for this, storm, like, for sandbags and stuff and whatnot. I will go over that in a little bit, but as you can see here, here's a storm. It looks like the European is actually showing it hitting right around Bradenton, Sarasota area. So that's definitely something to look at. And also, if you're just now tuning in, make sure to put down your where you live, so you can tell me where you are, and I can tell you the impacts and show you where the impacts can be. So as of right now, the European model is showing it hitting right around Bradenton area. Another model run that I'm going to show, there's many more, but I'll say, let's go to GFS. Let's see what they say. As you can see here, really glitchy today. I don't know why. I'll say these model runs are probably unrealistic because it does not show like the strongest pressure area. Wow, what is going on here? I'll say we're around Tampa Bay, Sarasota area. Wow. Either my computer's glitching or something. It's not working. Strange. I'll say it looks like it'd be right around Sarasota, Bradenton area. Do I need to open a new tab? That's what I need to do. Yep, I guess that's what I need to do. Open a new tab. Pull up the wind. My computer is not working today. Does not want to work. Gas loop. I'm gonna go tropical. Gulf of Mexico. Alright. Here we go. Much better. So yeah, right around Tampa Bay, Sarasota, probably like Bradenton area. That's currently what is showing as of right now off of the DFS, which is the American model. Seems pretty accurate. Honestly, I just need to bump up the wind a little bit, or the pressure. So another version of the European model that is out as of right now. If I'll ever load. Jeez. I'll say right around Bradenton, Sarasota area. Now we're gonna look at the Canadian model, see what it says. So if you're just now tuning in, make sure to put down like where you live, so I can tell you like where this storm is gonna hit. Wow. It looks like Sarasota for the Canadian model. And this is the newest run actually. UK Met. This one was shown north yesterday actually. If you're just now tuning in, make sure to put down like where you live, so I can tell you what your impacts can be, like what city or whatnot. Bradenton area, pretty much for the UK Met as well. So it looks like mainly around the Tampa Bay area, that's where the main concerns of this storm will be. It's right around the Bradenton area. The Icon model, as of right now, the Icon shows it right around Tampa Bay area. So, looks like we also got something there. We'll pull up I said the North American model. It looks like around the Sarasota area. So that's currently what's happening there. That's what's projected to be. I'd say the wrap model. I don't know if it goes as far out. I don't know what's going on in my computer, but it's not working fast whatsoever. I didn't restart it, that's probably why. Say with this model run. Actually shows the Yucatan being in this a little bit. So it actually looks like a further south trend. Oh, interesting. I don't know where it landfall because it doesn't go that far out right now, but it's kind of what it's showing. And then another Canadian model version is supposed to have it. Oh my gosh. Right around Tampa Bay area. Yeah, this app's not working correctly. Well, I'm just gonna be talking about the storm itself. As of right now, storm is a Category 4 storm and is supposed to impact downtown Tampa Bay area. That's what it's supposed to be, but it looks like the eye is taking a southern trend, kind of like southern end of the cone trend. So that's currently what's showing as of right now. If it keeps on doing that, it could actually hit further south than Tampa. Because the storm actually went down south, and then it's starting to creep back up to the north as of right now. So that's what's currently showing. Meanwhile, the winds. Let's see. So here's a GFS model. I'm gonna be talking about like where this thing can hit. Whoops, I don't want that. Say storm moves up right, impacts tropical storm force. As you can see here, here's storm. And then as of right now, once it hits right around 10 o'clock p.m. tomorrow night, and then Thursday early morning, like 1 o'clock in the morning, it shows this thing landfalling, say right around 1:20 in the morning. That's currently what the GFS is pulling up. Meanwhile, the icon actually has it further, a little bit longer. It has it further north. So this is like right around the St. Petersburg area. So it pretty much has it landfalling around 3:30 instead of 1 o'clock. I think it actually makes it move slower too. I think GFS makes it move faster. I believe that's what it shows us right now. So if you're just now tuning in, make sure to put down where you live, like your city, and I'll tell you what your impacts will be from this storm. So that's currently what's happening as of right now. And I'll say this storm, according to its path, it's supposed to hit Bradenton and go all the way up here near Winter Haven, Mulberry, around these areas in central Florida. I'd say there's gonna be still a lot of impacts, like even inland, far inland, with high winds being the main factor. I'll say lots of flooding rains to the north. I'll say north is going to be having the flooding rains. Meanwhile, the south of the storm will be having storm surge. So that's currently what is showing. Yeah. I would say the main impacts that we'll be making up here, I would say this is a very populated area, so if this actually hits as far north as it's showing, it's going to make some big impacts, like around the Tampa Bay area, Orlando. It's gonna cause some problems for sure. Up here. So as of right now, that is what it's showing. See, up here near Jacksonville, there will also be some storm surge, but there was also a hurricane watch up here, but I honestly don't see it. Meanwhile, there's also still a hurricane watch down here, down around like Cape Coral, Bonita Springs, Naples area, but I don't know if that's also gonna happen either. Pretty much the same scenario as what Jacksonville might run into. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. So if you're just now tuning in, make sure to put down where you live, so I can tell you what your impacts are. Like just your city. Type down your city, and I'll tell you your impacts. I'll say these winds are so off scale. Like these should be like hundreds, like 100-mile-an-hour winds. Pull up the wind gust. It shows a higher viewing, but I don't know. This does not seem right. So back to the current models. Not the current models, but like back to satellite and what's currently happening with the storm. Wow, we just got a new frame and it's moving far south. Oof. It's a southern storm, it looks like. Even though as of right now, the eye is making its reforming cycle, like its recycling cycle. That doesn't make sense, but like it's reforming and the eye is gonna become bigger. And as of right now, the storm actually looks like it could be a southern storm. Like a further southern storm. I honestly think that's possible. Because if you see here, see the little eye right here? It's like this little black and this little grayish area. Meanwhile, everywhere else is white. And you can see here, that's what the eye looks like. And it looks like it's gonna take a southern track. I honestly think it's gonna make the southern track. And I believe there's one model run that actually only shows it heading towards Venice. Around the Venice, Florida area. Near Punta Gorda. That's definitely possible. And there's these other two models that shows it going further south. Honestly, my thinking, if the storm's actually moving that south, we could see a southern storm instead of north. And that's actually pretty good, but it wouldn't really weaken much. Because I think the further south it goes, you have this wind shear hanging out up here towards like the northern state of Florida, Georgia, Alabama area that is supposed to be tearing the storm apart. Meanwhile, over like here, there's barely any wind shear. So it's not gonna be good if it like hits towards the southwest Florida. Right now in that area. So it's currently what is showing, but wouldn't be good. I would say anywhere that hits, it would not be good. Because I would say if it hits Tampa area, like the populated areas, like central Florida, that's where it's super populated. And it's going to cause a disaster. Like a big time disaster. Because these are really populated areas. And it would not be good. I would say a few other things I want to mention. Make sure... I'm just gonna go over the safety precautions and like what you need. I would say you need some documents. I would say documents for like if you need them, like important documents. Another thing is make sure you bring some batteries. Charge your phone. Make sure you have water, like water for one person and a gallon per day. That's also another big thing that I also want to mention. And what else am I missing? Also, if you want to move like inland because of storm surge, make sure you move like about 10-15 miles away from the storm surge area, because this water is going to be insane. And if you're getting like 10 to 15 foot storm surge, and if you live right along the coast, yeah, it's not going to be good. So that's why you want to like move into inland areas, but you're still going to worry about wind as well. So you're probably better off like going out of the cone area, that way you get a minor wind. If you're really worried about wind, or like go to the south. But I don't know if I would go to the south, because storm's moving a little bit further south again. It's actually moving south of the track as well. So you could see a southern storm if it's possible. You definitely could. You know, the storm is also in its eye reformation cycle, so that's probably why the center is probably off by a bit, but then it'll probably keep on moving to the north. Yeah. What else was I thinking? If you're just now tuning in, we are currently tracking Hurricane Milton. And if you want to know what your impacts will be out of this storm, just type down your where you live, like your city, and just type it in the chat, and I'll let you know what your impacts can be. So that's currently what's happening right now. The storm itself is currently a Category 4. It has weakened due to the eye reformation system, and it is going to continue to weaken because of the wind shear hanging out up here towards northern Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. And it will rip the storm apart. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Yep. That is another thing to keep in mind. So, as you can see here, the storm is hanging out over here towards the Yucatan of Mexico. And it's supposed to progress to the northeast. But as of right now, it looks like the storm is actually moving slightly to the east. Like directly east. Because it seems like it went up just a tad, and then it just shifted to the south. So we gotta wait and see what happens. So I'm gonna go over the model runs one more time and safety precautions, and then I will be back for another live stream. But as right now, I'm just gonna go over what the model runs are showing, and most of them are just showing it in the Tampa Bay area, which I honestly agree with most of them. I pretty much do. The European model, European model shows it hitting right now in the Sarasota area. Tampa Bay area. Like most of them, GFS, if I pull up GFS, it actually shows it hitting right inside the Bay Area. Whoops, what happened here? Like right inside Tampa Bay area. Right around Bradenton. The Canadian model shows this thing hitting right around the Tampa Bay area as well. Oops. So that's also another thing to keep in mind. Actually, no, it actually shows it around Sarasota. that's currently what's happening. Icon shows it right around Tampa Bay. Yep, Tampa Bay area. Like most of these models, I'm just pulling them up. So if you're just not tuning in, if you wanna put down where you live, like your city, so I can let you know what your impacts can be. I'll say right around Bradenton area for the UK Met as well. Say regionals, like the NAM for example. Like most of these all show it going north, so like all the way up near Tampa Bay area. Yep, I'll say this will be it for the stream for right now. I will be back later on tonight to talk about the storm. And yeah, it's pretty much the update that I got for right now. Just a few things to keep in mind. If you are gonna evacuate from storm surge, make sure to go at least 15 miles away and stuff like that. I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back. Let me just go over a few precautions. If you're gonna move inland, just make sure to move in at least 15 miles away from storm surge, because storm surge is very dangerous. And yeah, if you're more so worried about wind too, I would say just get out of the cone of where it's supposed to be. And if you have like a radio, make sure to just listen to the radio on like a handheld radio, and that's if like your phone's down and wouldn't work or something. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today. As of right now. Actually, never mind. Another thing that I got is make sure you have batteries and cash. And charge your phone. Make sure you have cash, so like if the power is out and you can't pay for anything because your card won't work, just make sure you have cash on you. And I think that's pretty much all I got as of right now. The storm is supposed to be heading near Tampa Bay area as of right now. So that's pretty much all I got for right now. And I will go live later this evening. Anyways, stay safe everyone, and I will see you later.